most important role in the EV transition is of course to start with yourself. And that's why 90% of Arvo's ScanGenius scan systems are now mounted on fully electric vehicles in multiple cities like Amsterdam, Rotterdam and Utrecht. And Arvo thinks that the parking industry can help in the following ways. 1. Implementing special EV parking tariffs for both off and on-street parking. 2. Enforcing the occupation of EV charging spots during the peak usage periods, using scan systems like our ScanGenius scan system. 3. Create EV-only city centers that can be enforced by ANPR cameras surrounding the city and ScanGenius scan systems inside the city.
There are many ways in which parking can positively impact electrical vehicle ownership. As many of us know, electrical vehicles often have a much higher and loftier cost than petrol-based automobiles. So by making parking cheap or even free for electrical vehicles, the owners of such cars can essentially compensate the long-term incurred cost of gasoline a regular car would implicitly require, thus incentivizing the purchase of future electrical vehicles. And thus, from a government standpoint, by making parking cheaper and even free, as alluded to before, you can increase the amount of electrical vehicles on your roads.
The main obstacles for EV drivers today is charging. When talking about charging, the focus isn't usually on destination chargers, such as those found at work, in garages or in shopping centers. Destination chargers are slower than rapid chargers, as the idea is to charge while the driver is sleeping, working or shopping. And where do drivers leave their cars for a prolonged time? At our parking lots. We already have space and facilities for cars and chargers. We already have customers with EVs, and we already have the tools to enforce their proper use. So parking industry is in the perfect position to supercharge the EV revolution with destination chargers and eliminate common pitfalls with EV ownership. This, combined with government grants, will make EV ownership more accessible and attractive. We at Mobilisys, along with our partner Geospark, developed effective tools for charger operators and their clients, helping them make the most out of their chargers.
Car park operators have a huge role to play when it comes to achieving government targets for electric car adoption around the world. So one thing that we need in order to push electric cars is a good, solid public infrastructure to make sure that drivers are aware that charging a car is as easy as filling up a car with petrol. If we look at the statistics, we can see that 30% of households across Europe are not equipped with or are not able to have electric car charging points at home. So that means that governments around the world are looking at increasing the amount of public charging points by a factor of 10 by 2030. And the question then comes as to where are these charging points going to go? Because the on-street business case for electric car charging points is very, very tough and will not survive. Instead, charging points which are publicly accessible will need to be put on private ground, such as in parking lots or retail car parks. So this is where the car park operators come into play, because car park operators hold a huge amount of real estate, which is going to be key to rolling out this public infrastructure. They need to understand that power that they have in their hands, and then equally understand how they can monetize that when the electric car revolution comes.